Doctors have told you for years that walking every day or stretching lightly is enough to keep you fit after 60. But that comforting advice hides a painful truth: it's not enough. In fact, if walking is the only form of exercise you do, you may still be losing muscle every single day, no matter how many steps you take. That's slow, silent loss is called sarcopenia, and it's the reason so many older adults wake up one morning weaker, stiffer, and more tired than the day before. You see, walking barely challenges your muscles anymore. It keeps you moving, yes, but it doesn't build strength. After 60, your muscles need resistance, gentle but targeted stress that signals your body to rebuild stronger fibers. Without it, your legs weaken, your balance fades, and the simplest things, standing up, climbing stairs, opening jars, start feeling harder than they should. What makes this even worse is that many seniors unknowingly do the wrong exercises, the ones that hurt joints, strain the back, or accelerate muscle loss instead of stopping it. And that's why, in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 safest and most effective home exercises that actually build muscle at any age, and the 3 exercises you must avoid if you want to protect your strength, your joints, and your independence. Before we begin, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a senior health tip. And in the comments, tell me where you're watching from and what time it is right now. I want to see how far this message has traveled. 1. Wall push-ups. Let's start with the first and easiest exercise: wall push-ups. They may sound simple, but for older adults, they're one of the most powerful ways to rebuild lost muscle safely at home. Here's the truth. When you walk, you're using about 200 muscles, but you're only activating them at roughly 20 to 30% of their capacity. There's no real challenge, no resistance, no signal for your body to grow stronger. Wall push-ups, on the other hand, engage your chest, shoulders, triceps, and core at up to 70% of their potential. That's triple the muscle engagement of walking. And that difference, that extra effort, is what makes your body respond. When you do wall push-ups, you're creating tiny, microscopic tears in your muscle fibers. It might sound bad, but it's actually exactly what your muscles need. When you rest, those fibers repair themselves to thicken and grow stronger than before. This natural process happens at any age, even in your 70s or 80s, as long as you keep stimulating the muscle with the right amount of effort. Science calls this process mechanotransduction, the moment your muscle cells sense pressure and send a message to your DNA to produce more protein and new muscle tissue. In other words, each wall push-up tells your body, hey, we're not done yet. Build more strength. And this isn't just theory. A study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity followed 150 seniors aged 65 to 85 who performed wall push-ups 3 times a week for 12 weeks. The results were stunning. Participants gained an average of 31% more upper body strength and over 2 pounds of lean muscle. Researchers described it as a complete reversal of age-related muscle decline. You don't need fancy gym equipment or heavy weights. Just a wall, a little discipline, and 3 short sessions each week. Here's how to do it correctly. Stand facing a wall, about an arm's length away. Place your palms flat against it at shoulder height, fingers pointing upward. Keep your feet hip-width apart. Slowly bend your elbows and bring your chest toward the wall until your nose nearly touches it. Then, push back to your starting position. Breathe in as you move toward the wall, and breathe out as you push away. Start with 10 repetitions, rest for 1 minute, and repeat for 3 sets. If it feels too easy, step a little farther from the wall to increase the challenge. You'll feel your muscles working, a gentle burn that tells you it's working. And once you've strengthened your upper body, it's time to focus on the foundation that carries you everywhere: your legs. because the next exercise might be the single most important one you'll ever do to protect your independence. If you are still with me and finding this helpful, type the number 1 in the comments so I know you are here. Now, let's move on. 2 chair squats. Now let's talk about the powerhouse of your body, your legs. You can walk miles every day, but if your legs aren't challenged properly, they'll keep getting weaker. Walking only activates about 25% of your thigh muscles, and your glutes, the largest and strongest muscles in your body, are barely engaged at all. That's why chair squats are so powerful. Chair squats mimic one of the most natural human movements, sitting and standing. It's something you do every day, but when done mindfully, it becomes a muscle-building exercise that works your thighs, glutes, hamstrings, and calves all at once. Unlike walking, which is passive, squats create controlled resistance, and that resistance is what stimulates your body to rebuild lean muscle, improve balance, and even release muscle-building hormones like growth hormone and testosterone, yes, even after treads. A remarkable study published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health tracked 200 seniors aged 70 to 92 who performed chair squats 4 times a week for 16 weeks. The results were extraordinary. Participants gained an average of 3.7 pounds of lean leg muscle, improved their sit-to-stand speed by 43%, and reduced their risk of falls by nearly half. Think about what that means in real life. Being able to get up from a chair without struggling, climb stairs without holding on, and move around your home with confidence instead of fear. That's not just physical strength, it's freedom. I once worked with a 76-year-old man named Richard who depended on a walker after a minor hip surgery. When we started, he could barely stand up 10 times in a row. After 2 months of consistent chair squats, 4 days a week, he no longer needed the walker. He told me, "Doctor, I feel like I've got my life back. Here's how to perform chair squats safely. Find a sturdy chair that won't slide. Stand right in front of it with your feet shoulder-width apart, toes slightly pointing outward. Extend your arms forward at shoulder height for balance. Now, slowly push your hips backward, as if you're sitting down, letting your knees bend naturally. Lower yourself until your hips lightly touch the chair. Don't sit fully. Pause for half a second. Then press your heels into the floor and stand back up, squeezing your glutes at the top. Do 10 to 12 repetitions for 3 sets, resting 90 seconds between each. If you practice this 4 times per week, your legs will feel stronger, your balance will improve, and your confidence will grow. Because leg strength after 60 isn't just about movement, it's about independence, dignity, and living life on your own terms. But remember, strong legs mean little without good stability. That's why the next exercise focuses on something just as vital, your balance and your core. 3. Standing marches. The third exercise is simple but incredibly powerful: standing marches. Many seniors underestimate how important balance and coordination are until the day they stumble or fall. After 60, your body gradually loses not only muscle but also neuromuscular control, the communication between your brain and your muscles. Standing marches help restore that connection while strengthening your core, hips, and legs, all without lying on the floor or risking back pain. Here's the truth. Balance isn't just about strong legs. It's about how your core, hips, and stabilizing muscles work together to keep you upright. Every time you lift your knee in a standing march, you're training your body to engage those small stabilizers that protect you from falls, the same muscles responsible for walking confidently, climbing stairs, and maintaining good posture, unlike crunches or sit-ups, which can harm your back. Standing marches are gentle, joint-friendly, and can be done anywhere beside your bed, in the kitchen, or even while watching TV. Let me tell you about Eleanor. an 80-year-old grandmother who came to me complaining about frequent leg cramps and stiffness, especially at night. She said she often had to grab furniture just to move across her living room. We started a simple daily routine, 5 minutes of standing marches every morning and evening. Within a month, she noticed fewer cramps, steadier steps, and a new sense of energy. Smiling, she told me, "I can walk to my garden again without holding on to the wall." That's the power of small, consistent movement. Here's how to do it. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart. Keep your shoulders relaxed and your core gently tightened. Now, lift one knee to hip height, or as high as you comfortably can, then lower it and lift the other knee. March in place slowly and with control, engaging your abdomen each time your knee rises. Try doing this for 1 minute. Rest for 30 seconds, and repeat 3 times. For extra challenge, gently swing your arms as if walking, or hold light weights. You can even place your hand on a wall or chair for balance when you start. These simple movements do more than you think. They improve blood flow, awaken your nervous system, and teach your body to move with confidence again. When you combine standing marches with wall push-ups and chair squats, you're giving your entire body a balanced workout that builds strength, coordination, and resilience, all from home. No gym required. But before you rush into any routine, there's something you must know. Not all exercises are safe for seniors. Some popular moves can secretly damage your joints, spine, or muscles, undoing all your progress in a matter of seconds. Let's talk about the ones you must avoid at all costs. If you are still with me and finding this helpful, type the number 1 in the comments so I know you are here. Now, let's move on. Part 2. The dangerous exercises you must avoid. Now that you know the 3 best exercises to build muscle safely at home, it's time to face the truth about the other side, the exercises that can secretly destroy your strength. These are the ones many seniors still perform, thinking they're helping their bodies, when in reality, they're putting their health and independence at serious risk. Let's start with the most common mistake: sit-ups and crunches. For decades, these exercises were promoted as the gold standard for building a strong core. But after treads, they become a silent spine destroyer. Every time you curl your back forward, you're putting intense pressure on your spinal discs and neck. Over time, this compression wears down the vertebrae and triggers chronic pain. I once treated a woman named Michaela Tishasen, who did 40 sit-ups every morning for 8 months, thinking it would flatten her belly. Instead, she ended up in my office with radiating back pain that spread down her leg, a clear sign of nerve compression. We stopped her sit-ups immediately and replaced them with safer standing marches. Within weeks, her pain faded, and she was able to exercise again. The second dangerous exercise is the behind-the-neck shoulder press. You'll see this one in gyms everywhere. Trainers claim it builds shoulders, but the truth is it forces your arms into an unnatural position that strains the rotator cuff, the fragile set of tendons that stabilize your shoulder. For older adults, even a small tear here can take months to heal. Take Robert, a 8-year-old retiree who worked with a young trainer. The trainer had him pressing light dumbbells behind his head 3 times a week. After 6 months, Robert couldn't lift his arm above his chest. His rotator cuff was torn. He told me, "Doctor, I thought a little pain meant progress." It took nearly a year of therapy to regain normal movement. And the third exercise to avoid at all costs: the leg extension machine. It looks simple. You sit, hook your legs under a pad, and lift, but it's one of the worst movements for aging knees. It creates shearing force across your joints, grinding cartilage and inflaming tendons. Once that knee pain starts, every step becomes a battle. These 3 exercises, sit-ups, behind-the-neck presses, and leg extensions, are the silent killers of senior fitness. They don't build real functional strength, they just wear your joints down faster. If you truly want to stay strong, independent, and pain-free, forget these outdated moves. Stick with the ones that build your body safely. Wall push-ups, chair squats, and standing marches. Because the wrong exercise doesn't just hurt your body, it steals the very freedom you've spent a lifetime building. Now that you know which exercises help and which ones harm, there's one more truth you must understand. Exercise alone won't rebuild your muscles. Even if you do perfect wall push-ups, flawless chair squats, and steady standing marches every day, your results will stall unless you fuel your body the right way. Muscle building after 60 is 20% exercise and 80% nutrition and recovery. You see, when you challenge your muscles, you create tiny tears that need protein to repair and grow stronger. Without enough protein and without the nutrients that help your body absorb it, your muscles simply can't recover. It's like trying to build a house without bricks. The effort is there, but the material is missing. That's why I tell every patient, don't just move. Nourish. Make sure every meal contains a high-quality source of protein: eggs, Greek yogurt, tofu, chicken, lentils, or fish. And if your appetite has changed with age, smaller, protein-rich snacks throughout the day can do wonders. The goal isn't to eat more, it's to eat smarter. Another key ingredient is hydration. As you age, your sense of thirst weakens, and dehydration silently thickens your blood and slows down recovery. Water is your body's transport system. It carries nutrients into your cells and flushes out waste. A simple rule is to sip water consistently through the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Sleep also plays a massive role. During deep rest, your body releases growth hormone, the same natural signal that tells your muscles to rebuild. Without enough sleep, even the best exercise routine can't work. So, think of rest not as laziness, but as part of your workout plan. And here's something most seniors don't realize. Losing muscle isn't just about aging, it's about neglect. The body you build in your 60 seconds and 70 seconds determines the life you'll live in your 80 seconds and beyond. Will you be strong enough to walk unassisted, climb stairs, garden, or carry your groceries? Or will you depend on others for the simplest tasks? The answer begins with your choices today. A few wall push-ups, a handful of chair squats, some standing marches, and a plate full of nourishment. These small habits, practiced daily, it can rebuild what time has taken. They can give you back your energy, your balance, your independence. So before you finish this video, promise yourself this: you won't let muscle loss define your future. You'll fight back, one smart movement and one healthy meal at a time. If you are still with me and finding this helpful, type the number 1 in the comments so I know you are here. Now, let's move on. As we come to the end, let's take a moment to reflect on what this really means. Because this isn't just about exercise routines or fitness advice. It's about reclaiming something far more important: your independence. Muscle loss after 60 doesn't just steal your strength. It steals your confidence. It turns simple tasks, standing from a chair, carrying groceries, reaching a shelf, into daily battles. It makes you cautious, afraid to fall, hesitant to move. But here's the truth most people never hear. You are not too old to rebuild your body. The science is clear. The human body can grow stronger at any age when given the right signal. And that signal isn't extreme workouts or heavy weights. It's consistency. 3 short sessions a week of wall push-ups, chair squats, and standing marches can do more for your longevity than hours on a treadmill or dozens of crunches. These movements don't just strengthen muscles, they restore the body's confidence in itself. They teach your joints to move again, your heart to pump stronger, and your brain to trust your balance. I've seen it happen countless times. A retired teacher who thought she'd never garden again now spends her mornings pruning roses. A grandfather who struggled to lift his grandchild can now toss him playfully into the air. None of them took magic pills or joined expensive gyms. They just started with 3 simple exercises and refused to give up. Remember this: your muscles are the engine of your independence. When you strengthen them, you protect your heart, your bones, your memory, and even your mood. Every push-up, every squat, every march you take is a message to your body: I'm still here, and I'm not giving up. So start small. 1 set today, maybe 2 tomorrow. Celebrate each repetition as a step back toward freedom. Combine your effort with protein-rich meals, proper hydration, and restful sleep, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your body responds. Because aging isn't about losing, it's about adapting, rebuilding, and choosing life over decline. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment below and type "strong" to let me know you're ready to take that first step. Like this video, share it with someone you care about, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another tip designed just for older adults. And tomorrow, join me again because I'll reveal the 2 vitamins you must take at night to help your muscles rebuild while you sleep. Until then, stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember, your best years can still be ahead of you. So now you know the truth. Not all exercises are created equal. Some, like wall push-ups, chair, squats, and standing marches, rebuild your strength, improve your balance, and restore the energy you thought you'd lost forever. Others, like sit-ups, behind-the-neck presses, and leg extensions, quietly wear you down, straining your spine, shoulders, and knees until even the simplest movement feels like a struggle. After 60, the difference between weakness and independence often comes down to the choices you make each day. The right movements challenge your muscles to grow, while the wrong ones slowly steal your mobility and confidence. The good news is that it's never too late to start. Your body still listens, still adapts, still rebuilds if you give it the chance. Start with what you have: a wall, a chair, and a few minutes each day. That's all it takes to send your body the message that you're not done living, not done moving, not done being strong. Add proper nutrition, hydration, and rest, and you'll see changes not only in your muscles but in how you carry yourself: more upright, more confident, more alive. Because aging is not surrender. It's a new chapter, one where strength means freedom, and every movement you make is an investment in your future. So, if you've made it this far, promise yourself one thing: you'll begin today. Do those 3 exercises, skip the dangerous ones, and watch how your body thanks you in the weeks to come. Comment "strong" below if you're ready to take back your strength and your independence. And before you go, don't miss my next video. Forget omega-3 supplements. Take these 2 vitamins at night to rebuild muscle while you sleep. You'll want to see this, because the secret to lasting strength might just begin when the lights go out.